Have you ever find yourself in a situation where you really liked a man, but you weren't sure if he liked you back, you didn't know whether he knew you liked him, and you didn't want to push him away by doing the wrong thing. So you were kind of stuck in that place of what to do to let him know that I want him without him running for the hills. Well, this video is going to help you to figure out 7 different things that you can do to tell a man that you like him without pushing him away. I am Céline Remy, the Intimacy Angel, and I am here to help you bring your sexy back in life. Now, if you are new to my channel, make sure you click subscribe and also give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me. Alright, so let's start with our tip number 1 when it comes to telling a guy that you like him. You can start by flirting with him. Everybody loves flirting. Now the thing is, most women tend to take the indirect approach and go around and around and thinking, well, he should know that I like him because I'm doing these very secretive moves. When it comes to speaking man language, you have to be much more direct. Men like a direct approach, so the very subtle little clues that we tend to drop and hints won't cut it. So I highly recommend to just be much more direct in your flirting and in your approach. Now, just because he's flirting back doesn't mean he's interested. Sometimes people just enjoy the flirting and leave it at that. Now, when it comes to flirting, it's really up to you, whatever your style is. But it's really fun to banter and to be really direct. Lock eyes with him. Tell him, you're hot. Can I sit down with you? Something like that, you know. Just being much more direct in your approach. My tip number 2 is to smile a lot when you're around him. And I know what you're thinking, like, Céline, why would I want to keep smiling if like this is going to make me sound like an idiot or look like an idiot? So that's not the case. Men like happy women. So if you smile when you're around, if every time you see him, you smile and you're happy, he's going to start to associate that happy feeling that he feels with being around you and being happy. Now, a man loves to make his woman happy, so if he sees that he's making you happy, that could be another way for him to know, like, oh, she enjoys being around me, therefore she must like me. My tip number 3 is to straight out tell him that you like him. Ooh, I know this can get scary. It requires a lot of courage and confidence. And here's the thing, just because you are taking the step to tell him you like him, you can't force him to like you back. But in being willing to be brave and voice out your feelings, he's going to see you as a strong, confident, powerful woman and respect you so much more. So even if he's not interested in dating you, he probably will respect you as a woman and be interested in being friend if that's something that you're open to, or of course if he's interested in more, then that's his opening. So one of the big things that I like to do is that when in the dynamic between men and women, it's really nice to still let him do the chasing. But in today's climate, for a lot of men, it's scary for them to date, to put themselves out there because they are afraid of some of the repercussions. But if you tell them that the door is open and yet let them open the door themselves, that can still create that beautiful dynamic between the masculine and feminine where you invite him to come to you and he's chasing after you. So even when you are telling him that you like him, it could be something of, hey, I really like you. Have you ever thought about us like dating? Because I'm open to this. That lets him know you like him, you're open to dating. Now he can take the next step. Or it could be something like, you are everything I'm looking for in a partner. Are you open to explore what it would be like for us to date? You know, something like that. Again, it's giving him the opening, but letting him take that step. And that will help him feel safe that, okay, he's not going to step on somebody's toe, he's not going to do the wrong move, he knows that you like him, but yet still let him do the first step so that his confidence can be built up. My tip number 4 is to listen to him when you are around him. A lot of people just go through life always busy, looking at their phones, like somewhere else, and having somebody who is there and willing to listen can make you feel seen and appreciated, and that can go a long way in him noticing you, noticing that you like him as well. My tip number 5 is ask for his help. Men love to be needed, and if you can give him things to do to support you so that he knows that he can contribute to your happiness and to making your life better and feel that he's needed, then he's going to want to stick around. Now, all of these tips, you know, I do think that the best tip is probably the one to go straight and tell him. The other ones are good other steps to seed the intention, but nothing replaces the straight out letting him know you like him and letting him come to you. My tip number 6 is to touch him. So if you start to initiate some contact, now you know you could just have your hand linger on his arm or touch his shoulders. You know, don't think about it so much as like, oh, like hugging type, friend type, but just like lingering just a little too long, brushing his arm or brushing your body against yours as you're passing by. It's just kind of like touching him, allowing him to see you as this beautiful woman that you are, and start to activate his sense of touch and lust and desire for you. And my tip number 7 is to let him know that you are open for a date. Now, it's very similar to my tip number 4 where you tell him that you are interested, but in this one you are very specific about the date and say, hey, I'd love to go on a date with you. Are you available? Are you open to that? And that's for him to take that step. Or, I'm free next Saturday for a date. Would you like to join me? Or, I'd love to go on a date with you. Do you want to organize one for us? As you can see, it's all about having this more direct approach, being straightforward. Men like plain, simple, straightforward, direct language. Don't try to make him guess, because that's some of the things where he doesn't know what to do. But if you are straightforward and if you flirt with him, you smile, you listen to him, you ask for his help, you touch him, not always so subtly and sometimes subtly, and you tell him that you like him or ask him on a date, those things will be very clear. He would have to be quite a complete moron not to get it. If you do these things, you still remain soft and feminine in your approach, you will open that door for him to take that first step towards you, towards what could be a fantastic romance. I wish you the best of luck with these steps. Don't forget to always be yourself and just push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone. It's okay to be the one to tell him first that you love him, and even if he does not reciprocate the feelings back, it doesn't mean anything about you. Think of it as training to put yourself out there, and it's just not the right match just yet, but you will find it soon. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in my next video.